Tuesday. Legs, hips, core. So, sitting on your mats, rub those legs all the way down, rub those legs all the way back up. Rub those legs all the way down, rub those legs all the way back up. Rub them all the way down and stay at your feet. Push those toes away from you. Start with your thumb on your big toe, and then your second toe, and then your middle toe, then your fourth toe, then your baby toe. And then put those hands over those toes and pull the big toes towards your ankles. Pull the second toe along towards your ankle, and the middle toe, and the fourth toe, and the baby toe. Really stretch them. And then push them away again. One at a time. And then push them all away. And then just rub the top of your foot as you push. And then rub your hands over the top and pull all of them towards. And then make the middle of your feet vertical. Make the middle of your feet parallel. Put the thumb on the big toe joint and push it away and pull the little toes towards, so you turn the sole of your feet away from each other. And then put the thumb under and turn the sole of the feet towards each other. And then make those feet vertical. And then slide those hands along those legs. Come all the way vertically. Pop those hands behind you. Push those shoulders together. Really squeeze those elbows together. Lift that chest up. Bring the chin up. Bring the shoulders back and together. Big breath in. Big breath out. Push the chest forward. Push those knees down. Point those toes and pull that chin down into the chest. Push the back of the head up towards the sky, away from the back, from the shoulders. Lengthen. Really lengthen. And then lift that chin up. And lift that chest up. And squeeze those shoulder blades together. Push off those hands. Push that jaw to the sky. Stretch through that throat. And then bring that chin down again. Push the back of the head away from the shoulders. Pulling that chin in. And then turn those eyes to the right side of the right leg. Stretch through that left shoulder and neck. Stretch that left ear from those shoulders. Really lift and pull. And then let those eyes come through the center and take them to the left side of the left leg. And pull those shoulders back, especially the right one. Pull the right ear away from that right shoulder. Turning that head a little bit. Squeezing. Turn the head down towards the floor, bring it back to the center, pull those shoulders back, take hold of those hands together behind you, slide them back on the floor a bit, pull that chin into the chest, pull those shoulders together. Bring those eyes up to horizontal, walk those hands forward, slide them all the way forwards on those legs, let the knees lift up, pull that tummy onto those thighs. Pull the armpits over the knees and then push that right knee down. Push that left knee down. Push the right knee. Push the left. Push both knees down. Stretch through the lower back. Stretch through the middle back. Stretch through the upper back. Putting those knees to the floor. Pull the toes towards you. Lift yourself up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Put the left hand on the right knee. Right hand behind, lift and turn all the way around to the right. Pull that right chin, the chin over the right shoulder. Pull the right nostril over the right shoulder. Pull the right eye over the right shoulder. Keep the face vertical. Turning the tummy button, using that left arm to push. And then release, come back round to the front. Push the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind. So lift the chest first, come vertical. Push off that right hand, turn that chin over that right shoulder, that left shoulder. Turn that left nostril over that left shoulder. Pull the left eye over the left shoulder. Bring the breastbone around, bring the tummy button around, push off that right hand. Lift that chest up. And then release back round to the front. Hands on the legs. Tummy button up under the breastbone, under the chin. Roll that body forwards down towards those feet. Check those feet are vertical. Hold on to the feet. Let the tummy come onto the thighs. Let the armpits come over the knees. Pull that head towards the toes. Push that left knee down. Push the right knee. Push both knees down. Push that head over those feet. And then lift that body up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Roll the shoulders up to the ears. Put the hands on the floor. Lift that chest up high. Breathing in. Breathing out. Squeeze those shoulders together. Bring that chin down into the chest. Take that roller in. Have those feet flat on the floor. Just do a little opening of that upper back. So resting the ribs on the bottom ribs on the roller, breathing in. Breathing out, open that body. Push the breastbone up. Push those bottom ribs up, flare them, let that back release. Breathing in at the bottom. Breathing out. Push the breastbone up. Push the tailbone down, push the head down, lift that head up. Move the roller up a touch. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen over. Push the breastbone up, push the tailbone down, let that head come down. And then lifting back up. And move that roller up towards the shoulders again. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen over the roller. Breathing in. Breathing out. Loosen that head and neck. Bring that head back up. Move the roller up a bit higher. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen that head. Lengthen the body. Just resting the head, the back of the head in those hands. Just rock those hands and lengthen that neck. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring that head up. Move the roller down up to the base of the neck. Resting the head on the roller. Rocking that head from side to side. Using the hands on the jaw. Push the jaw. Push the left. Push the right. Left. Right. Left. Right. And then gently push both sides of the jaw. Lengthening that neck. Take the head in the hands, lift up that bum and roll the roller all the way down to those bottom ribs. And then roll that roller all the way back up to the base of the neck. And then down to those bottom ribs, keeping the bum low, keeping the head low. And then back up. And then down. And then lean on that left side. Down to the bottom. And back up, and down to the bottom, and back up, and then back to the center, and lean onto that right side, down to the bottom, and back, down, and back, and then come back to the center. Rest the bum down, rest the head down, let that chest flare up, take those hands together. Push those hands away overhead, reach and stretch. Push that right hand away from that right foot. Push that left hand away from that left foot. Push both hands away from both feet. Just drift those hands left, drift those hands right. Straighten those legs out. Feel the fascia through the underneath of those ribs. Push the head down, hands down, lift that tailbone up. Stretch so you're arching over this roller. Reach and lengthen. Rest the bum down. Really push that bum into the floor. Push the head into the floor. Arch over the roller. Bring those hands up to the sky. Bring those knees back in. Take the head in the hands and lift yourself back up off that roller. Lift yourself all the way up. Straighten the legs, move the roller through and pop it. Actually, just leave the roller to the side and bring your tennis ball in. So putting the tennis ball under that right buttock, we're going to do big circles. Circles around that buttock. So around the outside, making sure you're going around the outside, so lean a bit onto the side. So I'm on the right buttock, around, and then go the other way with the ball. Circles around. And then go across, side to side. Across, from the outside to the inside, or the outside to the middle. Moving it up high, moving it down low, and then go up and down on it. So we're finding where the sensitive spots are. Then narrow onto a sensitive spot. Bring the knee up, lower it down. Bring the knee up, lower it down. Bring it up, lower it down. Move that leg in and out. Move that ball slightly so that we keep on the spot if we find we're moving off it. And we can move, while we're moving the leg, we can slightly move the ball to stay working on those knots. And then we can move ball a bit more, a bit faster again. So investigate anywhere else. Moving that knee up and down. And then resting down, pop the ball on the other side. So first of all, big circles around that bum. So all the way out onto, making sure you get onto the side. And then the other way. And then all the way in and out. Be rolling or traveling around on my mat. And then up and down. And then find a knot. Bring that knee up, lower it down. Bring it up. Lower it down, bring it up, lower it down. Put that leg in and out. Bring that leg in and out. Bring that leg up and down. Move the ball, staying on those sensitive spots or those knots. Good. And then hop the ball out of the way, put those legs out straight and bring that roller in. Bring that roller in. First of all, we're going to do the sacroiliac joint. So we're going to lie ourselves down on the floor, have that ball in close, give our wrists a break, flatten the lower back into the floor, lift the tailbone, release, arch the back. Heels are on the floor under the knees, flatten the back and lift, so pelvic tilts. Arch the back, pushing the tailbone down. Flatten that lower back, lift that tailbone up. Release the tailbone, arch the back, push that tailbone down. So we're coming to the fish-esque pose. Flatten that lower back, push off the heels, lift that spine all the way up into the air. Lower that spine all the way down. So we just have a few little mobilizations first. Arch the back at the bottom. Flatten that back, push through those heels, lift up into the bridge. Stretching into those hip flexors, lowering that back one at a time all the way down to the ground. Arch the back at the bottom. Flatten the back, lift. Hold it there, pull that roller in. Rest that lower back on the roller. Pull the tummy button in, pull the lower back into the roller. Pull those shoulders away from the ears. Drop that, we'll go left side first. Drop the left knee down and lift. Drop the left knee down and lift. Drop the left knee down, make sure your tummy muscles are engaged so your back stays straight. Drop the left knee down, lift, drop the left knee, leave it there. Drive the left side in, release. Drive it 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 in, release. Bring that knee up. Drop it out. Drive the hip in, release. Bring the knee up. Drop the knee out. Drive the hip in, release. Bring it back. Drop the knee out. Drive it in, release. Bring it back. Okay, other side. Drop the knee out. Bring it back up. Drop the knee out. Bring it back up. Drop the knee out, hold it there. Drive the hip in, release. Drive it in, release. Drive it, release. Drive it, release. Drive it in, release, bring the knee up. Drop the knee out, drive that hip in, release, bring it up. Drop the knee out, drive that hip in, release, bring it back up. Drop the knee out, drive it in, release, bring it back up. Hold the roller, bring the right knee up above the body, bring the left knee above the body. Let those legs come all the way over the face. Push off the roller, point those toes, push those knees to the sky. Take your hands if you can keep hold of the roller, take the hands and just pull those feet down towards the floor gently. Using the roller just to hold yourself up, hold your back up, lengthening that head, just rocking that head from side to side. Take those hands back, just hold the roller, flex those feet, point those toes, flex those feet, point those toes, flex those feet, point those toes, circles one way, do 3 one way, 3, and then 3 the other way. Feel it through the hamstring, feel it through the calves. Pull those toes towards you, take those feet apart, stretching the inner thigh, pull the shoulders away from the ears, point the toes, bring those legs back together, bend those knees, take the feet over the bum, unpeel the legs, let the right foot go to the floor, and let the left foot go to the floor. I've got my toes down, heels up, roll the shoulders down, draw in that core, lengthen that right leg out straight. Push it, push that heel down to the ground, keeping that pelvis in its position, stretch through that quad and that hip flexor. Breathing in, take those arms overhead, lengthen. Push that right arm away from that right foot. Release, bring those arms back up. Bring that right leg back in. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Push that left leg out straight. Push the heel on the ground. Take those arms up to the sky. Take them overhead. Push that left arm away from that left leg. Feel that stretch. Keep the core strong. Release. Bring those arms up to the sky. Bring that left leg back in. Take hold of that left leg. Lift it up and take hold of it in the arms. Push that right leg out straight again. So this time we don't allow the pelvis to tilt. Pull that left leg towards you. Push that right leg away. Take that right arm overhead again. Push that right arm straight. Lengthen. Keep the right heel on the floor. Bring that right arm back in. Bring that right leg back in. Take hold of that right leg. Let that left leg go. Push that toes on the floor. Straighten that left leg out. Keep hold of that right leg. Pull it towards the chest so it tilts the pelvis. Keep that left foot on the floor. Take that left arm away, overhead. Push that left hand away from the left foot. Feel that stretch through the left side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring that left hand back up, bring that left leg back in. Bring the knee up to the chest, so we're balancing the bum, and then release both feet back to the floor. Put the heels down, bring the toes up, clench the bum, lift the pelvis off the ground. Move the roller down under the knees and roll that back all the way down to flat, arching at the bottom, flattening, tailbone down, lower back lifted. Flatten that lower back, lift the tailbone, come back up into the bridge, just loosening that back, just mobilizing it. Pushing up into those hip flexors. Feel the stretch through the knee, feel the stretch through the hip flexor. Lower that back down to the floor, arching at the bottom. Breathing in, breathing out. Come into neutral. Pull the hands, push those hands away from the ears. Lengthen that neck. Hold yourself here. Turn the head to the left. Pulling that right ear from the right shoulder, turning that head to the left. Lift it and slide it slightly so the spine stays straight. Pull that left nostril to the ground. Breathing in, breathing out. Bring those eyes up to the sky. Turn that head to the right. Push that right nostril to the floor. Push that left ear away from the left shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out. Pull that right nostril to the ground. Lifting that left ear away, breathing in. Bring those eyes up to the sky. Take those feet away from the bum. Bring those hands up to the sky or towards those knees. Roll yourself all the way up to sitting. That was harder with the knees bent. Right, sitting flat on the mat. Bring the roller in and sit on it. So hands on the floor, rolling through that right bum. So rolling, give yourself, moving those knees around will change, they'll do circles with your knees, will change how you're rolling on your bum. And then rolling on that left bum. And then rolling, continue on the bum and roll over onto that elbow on the floor, roll onto that left hip. Roll into that left hip. Roll over onto the front of that left hip. And then roll over onto the front of the right hip. And then roll all the way over onto the side of the right hip. And then going all the way over onto the back. Onto the bum. Okay, flick the roller down so that you've got it in your hamstrings. Roll the roller down to the knees and back up. Down to the knees and back up. Turn those toes towards each other. So I'm going to lift the left foot, put it on the right leg, and get that inner thigh with that toe turned inwards. Inner thigh on that right leg. And then put the right leg vertical. And then rolling over onto the outside of that right leg. All the way up, all the way down. And then all the way over. Into that right leg. And then turn that right toe, leg out, the foot outwards, so you get the inner thigh of that leg too. And then transfer onto the left leg, so turn your left foot out, so you get the inner thigh. And then we go onto the front of that leg. And then we go up on the outside edge of it. And it's the front, the side of the front that I find is tight in those quads. Go into that hip flexor, down to the top of the knee. Into that hip flexor, down to the top of the knee. And then on the side of the leg, keep the roller moving though. Don't stop it, or you give yourself a dead leg. Keep moving that roller. Rolling over onto the back side of that leg. And then all the way onto the back of it. You can cross the right leg over. And then you can turn that leg inwards so you get the inner thigh. Excellent. Pop the bum on the ground and then we'll do the calves. So start with it in the bulk of the calf, all the way forward and up and down. Turn the toes out, or turn the toes right rather. Turn the toes up. Turn the toes left. And if you turn them down, you get a bit of that shin muscle. Do both sides. Get a bit of a lower back stretch doing this too. And then pop your bum on the floor. It's quite a shoulder workout that. Move that roller out of the way. Sitting yourself nice and tall. Roll those hands down towards those feet. Putting the hands on the inside, pull yourself forward. Pull yourself right forward, push those knees down to the floor. Take those hands up to the toes, make those feet vertical. Bring those hands up above those feet, bring them all the way up into the sky. Breathing in. Bring those hands all the way out wide. Put the right hand on the left knee, left behind. Turn. Come back to the front, put the left hand on the right knee, right hand behind and turn. Bring those arms up in front. Lower yourself down to the floor. Take those arms all the way overhead. Reach and stretch. Bring those hands up to the sky. Bring that right knee in. Pull that knee away from the other leg, stretching through that hip. Bring that right leg over the body. Turn the right hand away. Pull the right knee down. Bring that breastbone up. Bring that tummy button up. Push that shoulder after that hand. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen. Lengthen that knee onto the floor. Lengthen that shoulder after that hand. Roll onto that left hand side. Take hold of that foot in the hand. Draw the core in. Pull the pubic bone forward. Stretch that foot. Push that leg away. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push that right foot into the hand. Pushing it away. Lengthen it. And then release, roll back onto the back, bring that right knee up into the armpit. Turning that foot, put that foot against the other leg, pull that leg towards, push that knee away. Breathing in, breathing out, release that left leg out, release that right leg out, lengthen. Bring those hands to the sky, bring that left knee in, pull that left knee up towards the armpit. Push that right leg away. Pull that left leg all the way over to the floor. Push that left hand away, turn the eyes left. Push the left hand, push the right left knee down. Breathing in, stretch those ribs, breathing out. Lengthen that hand, bring the breastbone up, bring the tummy button up. Roll onto that, release and roll onto that right hand side. Let that left leg go forward, put that right leg go forward, left foot in the left hand. Push that left foot away, lengthen. Breathing in. Breathing out, push that foot into the hand. And then release, roll back onto the back. Pull that left knee in, turn that leg. Pull the right leg up, put the left foot on it. Push the left knee away, pull the right leg towards. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen that knee. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen that right leg away, pull that left leg in. Take those hands overhead, reach and stretch. Bring those hands all the way up to the sky. Follow those hands after those eyes after the hands and reaching all the way forwards towards those feet. Come forward onto your knees. Push those legs down. Lift yourself up nice and tall. Put those hands on the floor, swing your legs around and come up onto all fours. Arch that hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Turn the tailbone down, push the back up. Turn the tailbone up, bring that belly down. Come into neutral. Turn those toes so that they're facing the floor. Lift up onto your knees, onto your feet. Pushing those armpits down to the ground. And pushing those armpits down to the ground. Push the right heel in, push the left heel. Push the right heel in, push the left heel. Push both heels into the ground, take those armpits down. Straighten those knees. Push those heels back. Make sure the balls of the feet are slightly closer than the heels. Loosen that head and neck. Take that left leg up into the sky. Bend that left knee. Drop that foot back. Lift the knee high. Stretch. And then swing that foot through between those hands. Swing that foot through between those hands. Push that right heel away. Keep that right leg straight. Lengthen that head away from the heel. Push the groin down towards the floor. Feel the stretch through the front of that back hip. Lower that back knee to the ground. Keep the toes as they are. Push that hip forward. Lift that chest. Stretch through the front of that hip. Push off the front foot. Come up onto your knee and your hand. Your knee and your foot rather. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Visualize you're pulling the back knee forward, tucking the tail under. Clenching with the bum, pulling the pubic bone forward. Bring that right hand up into the sky, breathing in. On the out breath, push that right hand up. Release the tension in the leg and stretch, pushing that right knee down. Push the hips out to the right. And then release that right hand. Come one hand either side of this front foot. Glide that bum back, straighten that front leg. Push that tummy down to the thigh, flex the foot, point the toe, flex the foot, point the toe. Swing those arms to the right, push the bum out and lower the chest. Toes are pointed, bring those hands around, over to the left. Let that foot roll onto its side, lower that chest. Feel the stretch down the outside of the leg. Bring those hands back round to the front. Put the toes to the floor, pointing them. Lower the chest. Walk that foot. Let the knee come soft and walk that foot across to the right hand. Let that knee come down to the left hand, into the pigeon. Lengthen that back leg away. Align yourself. Hold yourself here for a moment. Keep yourself aligned. Keep those hips parallel to the floor. And then lower that body down and let that foot slide under you. Lower the body down, breathing in. Breathing out. Stretch through that hip. Walk those hands back. One hand on the knee, one hand on the hip. Lengthen up the foot rather. Lengthen that back leg away. Pull the shoulders back. Pull that chest up. Breathing in. Breathing out, lower down onto the ground. Take that chest down. Breathing in, breathing out. Walk those hands back to the front leg. One hand either side of the knee, one hand either side of the foot. Lift that back leg up, push up into the sky, come back into that down dog. Correct your foot position. Push that left heel down, push the right heel down, push both heels down, straighten the legs, armpits down, loosen that head and neck. Bring that right leg up into the sky, bend the knee, drop the foot, keep the left knee pointing to the left hand, push that right knee up, feel the stretch through that hip flexor, through the abdominals. Swing that right foot through between your hands. Lengthen that back leg, bring that chest up and forward. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep your back knees straight. Yeah, so you push the hip forward, lengthen the head from the heel. Now lower the back knee to the floor. Lower the back knee, keep the toes as they are, push the chest forward, feel the stretch through that groin, and then push off that front foot, come up onto the knee and the foot. Tuck the pubic bone forward. Imagine you're pulling that back knee forward, tense it, bring that left hand up into the sky, breathing in. Release the tension in the front of the back leg and stretch that left hand up. Push that left knee down, push that hip out to the left. Breathing in, breathing out. Push that hand up, lengthen, and then release. Bring one hand either side of the front leg, turn those toes over, glide that body backwards, keeping those toes pointed. Bring the belly to the thighs, flex that foot, point that toe, flex that foot, point the toe, swing those hands round to the left, lower that chest, feel the stretch on the inner thigh. Swing those hands around to the right, let that right foot roll onto its side, lower the chest, stretch down the outside of that leg. Bring those hands back to center, let that foot come flat. Glide that body forward. Turn the back toe over. Sorry, keep the back toe as it is. Walk that front foot across to the other leg, other hand. Lower that knee to the floor. Nearly left the pigeon behind. Let that right foot, right knee go down towards that right hand. Lower that body down over that right leg. Breathing in. Holding that right foot so the leg shin is across the mat. Breathing in and then release the foot. Lower the body and let the foot slide slightly. Walk those hands back, one hand on the knee, one hand on the foot. Lift that chest up. Breathing in, push that knee into the floor. Take those hands away, reach them behind you. And then release the hands and lower down over that front leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Walk those hands back towards this front leg, one by the knee, one by the foot. Lift that back, turn the toes over of the back leg, lift the back knee. Push that bum into the air. Come up into down dog. Push that right heel down, push that left heel, push both heels down. Take the armpits down, loosen the head and neck. Soften the knees, come onto all fours. Come sideways onto your mat, hands off the mat, knees are on the mat. Slide those knees apart, come onto the elbows. We haven't done this one for a while. Lengthen the head from the tailbone. Bring those feet out so they're level with the knees. Let those knees come apart further. Squeeze those knees into the floor like you're trying to pop yourself back up. Squeeze your knees into the floor. Push that chest forward towards those hands. Lengthen the head from the tailbone. Glide forwards and back slightly. Feel that stretch on that inner thigh. Breathing in, breathing out. Release the tension of the knees into the floor. Let those knees go apart a little bit further. Breathing in, breathing out. Bring those feet back together. Walk those hands back in and bring those knees back together. Lay yourself down on your side on the mat. Support the head with the underneath arm. Stack those knees. Top hand on that top hand resting on the top leg. Lift that top knee up and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up at 1. Take that leg up and back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together, down and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep the hips still, 1, hold the knee in the sky, take it back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, feet together, lowering down. Straighten those legs and roll over onto your tummy onto the other side. Support the head with the underneath arm, bend those knees back up. Make sure the hips are vertical, one stacked on top of the other, spine straight, lower waist is slightly lifted, and lift that top leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up at 1, take it up and back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, knee up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it in the sky, take it back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten those legs out. Roll back onto your back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Take those arms all the way overhead, reach and stretch. Push the right hand from the right foot, push the left hand from the left foot. Bring those arms up into the sky, bring the right knee in, bring the left knee in, hug those knees to the nose. Bring the head up, hug those knees to the nose. One more, hug those knees to the nose. Bring those feet up, hold on to the feet above the knees. Head on the floor, loosen that head and neck. Push those feet into the hands, push that tailbone down into the floor. Lengthen that back, pull those shoulders down, push the back of the head in the floor, push the feet into the hands. Stretch, feel those hips stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. Lengthen the head from the tailbone. And release those legs. Let them come down, release those feet, take the hands to the sky, take the right foot to the floor, left foot to the floor, slide those legs away. Take those arms all the way overhead, breathing in, breathing out, arms to the sky, rolling all the way up to sitting. Hold yourself. Bring those arms all the way up into the sky. Bring those arms all the way out wide, dust the floor. Bring them all the way up into the sky, breathing in. Breathing out, push those arms out high, take those eyes up, lift the chest up, pull the knees down, pull the toes to the nose. And then release those arms, rest them on your legs, and roll your shoulders. Well done. We needed to do the clam. We haven't done it for so long. I know you've all been missing it.